So, do you know that fruit will multiply and the fruit's fruit can multiply and the fruit's fruit can multiply? Well, that actually has to do with exponents also. In 1.2a, we're using the product rule of exponents with the fruit of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23. And we've been using the fruit of the Spirit for a few videos going back into end of 1.1, but I want to remind you about that. For example, in the New Revised Standard Version, Galatians chapter 5 says, by contrast, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So let's say we have one piece of fruit that is the fruit of peace, and we plant the seeds and we get two fruits. Just like if you take an apple and plant the seeds, you could get more apple trees. And then we take these two peace fruits and plant them. Each of them grows up to be an apple tree or a peace tree. And then we plant those, or someone plants those, and we get all of these fruits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These could be called generations. So the sum of fruits for each generation, I'll just call it a row. We have 1. So that's a capital sigma that's often used for sum. We have 2, 4, and 8. So every generation, the total gets multiplied by 2 for the next generation. Times 2 times 2. Well, what does that have to do with exponents? Well, exponents have to do with repeated multiplication. So in this case, we have 2, how many times? 1. Then we multiply it by 2, and then we have 4, which is 2 to the power of 2. And then 2 squared times 2 is 2 to the power of 3. And sometimes people think this means 6, but it's not, because if I go on my calculator and say 2 to the power of 3, it's really 8. Because this one is 2, this one's 2 times 2, and that one's 2 times 2, which is 4 times 2 is 8. And then we know that 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 2 to the power of 1 is 2. But what about 2 to the power of 0? So each time we're subtracting 1 from the exponent. So this one looks like it would be 2 to the 0. But is that right? And it is right. So we're talking about fruit. Product rule of exponents in College Algebra, 2nd edition by OpenStax. It says the product rule of exponents for any real number A. So remember, real numbers, every real number has a location on the number line. They can be positive, negative, 0. They can be rational or irrational. And if you don't know about those numbers, you can go back to 1.1 videos. So that A and that A are all a real number, which has a location on the number line. In natural numbers, M and N, natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, etc., or also called counting numbers. So M and N are positive counting numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The product rule of exponents states that A to the M times A to the N is A to the M plus N. And by the way, we're in 1.2 and we're going through all these objectives here. This video is for use the product rule of exponents. It's the 1.2a video. So let's see, 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 2 would be right here. 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 2. It has the same base. That's a real number. And you add the exponents. 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 2 is 2 to the 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 squared is 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 1, because each time we're multiplying by 2. And don't forget to look down in the comments to do your problems that were used for the random drawing if you're at least 18 years old. And everybody have a great day.